All right. Oh, I forgot how quick a recording starts on Zoom. I've gotten used to Jitsy's creepy messages and warnings. But hi, hello to anyone who's watching this. You're watching a game that was arranged through the Gauntlet, which is a community on the internet that gets together and plays tabletop role-playing games online. You can find everything the Gauntlet does at gauntlet-rpg.com. Where you find all sorts of cool stuff like blogs, forums. You find access to the monthly zine that Gauntlet puts out called Codex, which is, will put out supplements to existing games or original games themselves. Increasingly more of the latter than the former, but you can find their entire back catalog of Codex on Drive to RPG as well. You also find the Patreon that kind of like supports everything the Gauntlet does, including, podcasts as well. There's a big podcast network. In fact, there is a most recent episode of the Gauntlet podcast just came out and had some interesting chat about playing to lose, which is interesting since we're playing kind of like an OSR game where like losing is kind of like it's a thing that can happen. But this is not necessarily a game where you're expected to lose, not like games like Trophy or whatnot. Well, yeah, check that out. Some interesting chat there. But of course, what the Patreon also most supports is the Hangouts calendar to which this game was arranged. This is session 2 of our month-long look at Deep Morphean Transmissions, a OSR style game by, oh, my internet connection's unstable apparently, by Emmy Allen, who you might know from, you might remember from such works as The Guardians of Yin or the Stygian Library. You find all the stuff kind of she does under like Dialing Stylishly Games. I'll put a link down below. Deep Morphean Transmissions is like a love letter to the likes of Lacuna or Paprika, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 39 Steps, kind of paranoid, delving into a weird dreamscape as our players are playing agents of the Morpheus Agency, trying to unravel just what this dreamscape is, how can we best use it for human means, and who else might be interested, where exactly all this came from, unraveling the deeper mysteries of the world that they are on. Yeah, so before we kind of jump into other stuff, let's introduce ourselves and our characters. I should introduce myself first. I keep forgetting to do that. Hi, my name's Leandro. I use he, him pronouns. All right, let's go right to left on the character keeper. And, just introduce yourself and pronouns and a character and tell us a little bit about that character. So let's start with yourself, Sabine.
Oh, right. Okay. I was just trying to puzzle out where I was. Sorry. My name is Sabine. I use any pronouns. I have a hard time telling right from left, apparently. And yeah, I'm very excited to play this game.
Ooh, can you tell us about your character?
Right, I'm playing a character. Sorry, I'm terrible today. I will look at him. I'm playing KATSUO, who uses he, him pronouns. KATSUO is the technical support character. He is, I think we established that he lived alone, but had a long distance relationship with a boyfriend, something like that. And he's a bit of the kind of guy who walks into an agency in jeans and leather jacket because he is the cool, not a cog in the wheel thing kind of guy. And yeah, and he has blue hair because, yeah, why not? Fun, blue hair.
Yeah, blue hair is fun. It sort of makes you stand out in a somewhat dry, underfunded agency where you can't even figure out which conference rooms you're meant to be in. Up next on the character keeper, Horst, tell us about yourself and your character.
I'm Horst, he, him. I'm playing Agent Barbara Hoyt, who looks like someone from the B-52s. She has a very big hair. She's on the young side. She's the rookie, I guess, of the team. Her first incursion into the dreamscape, and her function is logistics, which means that she will be in contact with control whenever the shit hits the fan, I guess.
Yeah, I'll run through exactly what like techniques y'all have and what they can do again, for sure. That one is kind of like the most free form because you can just call control and be like, yeah, can you change a bit of what's happening in the world? So that one might be a bit trickier to grasp because it is kind of like really free form. I think in the player materials in the control logistics sheet, there is like a sheet of like stuff you can't do. You cannot ask control, but anything else outside of that. But yeah, we'll run through all how to this game plays again because I know it's been a while. And last but not least, don't know, would you kindly introduce yourself and your character?
Hi everyone, my name is Dana. My pronouns are he, him. And tonight I'll be playing Agent Snooker, who is a clean-cut, square-jawed guy, probably ex-military. He's the security officer. When the shit hits the fan, he will be the one who has thrown the fan at the shit. I guess he is probably diametrically opposed to KATSUO in terms of box checking and following protocols and all that kind of stuff, but definitely not the brightest star in the constellation.
Yeah, what he does well at throwing fans at shit. Hopefully we'll get to see a bit of that tonight. Okay, so before we kind of jump into the game proper and I'll recap what's happened, let's talk about the safety tools that we are using for this game. All right, folks, we have a tab for lines and veils. Lines are things that are like won't be crossed, just won't show up on the fiction at all, out of bounds. Veils are things that can happen in fiction, but we're not gonna like concentrate on them. Like it happens on screen, or they get a sentence or two, or we fast forward over them. More on fast forwarding later. We do have some further like stuff that are like on an ask first basis. Basically, if folks are bringing them up. But be sure to like ask the table first before, and so we can clarify exactly how they're going to come up in the game. Also, we are using script change. Basically, script change is like a series of commands that we can use to like modulate the way we're playing the game. We kind of like put the story on hold a bit so we can like figure out how best to make to get folks like safe and comfortable as we're playing. The kind of commands we're using, they're on the roll for your party that we are using. So we'll start with the ones on there. There's rewind, which basically when you rewind, you back up to a specific point in a scene and do the scene over again, avoiding whatever issue led to the rewind and trying a different way. And it could be for any reason. In fact, I might ask some questions on what we're rewinding to avoid. Like it could be a name or the tone of the scene, or like the scene itself. And then no one gets to ask or demand any reasons for why. We'll just respect that it's the rewinding is happening. We'll do it. We'll come back and try something else. Next after that is pause. Basically, you can call for pause if you need a break from an intense scene, or for any reason, whether the scene is getting a bit too intense, we need to like take a breather, or you need to take a bio break. So you call for pause, or if there's an emergency you need to take care of, or if you need to like open door as well. Open door is basically kind of around the same principle that like folks can step away from the table at any time, whether for any reason. Also, you can call pause if you're like seeking clarity or discussion about the game content. Like if you missed like a thing or two, it's like, hey, why are we all doing this again? Or why is that person doing that? Or did I miss something? That's perfectly fine to like call for pause then, because there's quite a bit of cognitive load that's kind of like needed to like play games like this. So it's absolutely fine if folks need some clarity. And there is fast forward, which basically means when you fast forward, you fade to black and advance time as needed to avoid content or elements of play, or just to move forward in time. So this is kind of like going back to your fails. There's some things like we don't need to linger on this, or we don't need to see this. We'll just fast forward. And yeah, and once kind of like all those what those commands need to be done are done, you can call for resume to return to normal play at any time. Okay, so recap of what happened last time. So basically, the four of yourselves, including Agent Bubbles, have been given a mission into the dreamscape to accompany one of the agency's kind of like top stars, Agent Day, who I've described as Daniel Kaluuya, the actor from Get Out, but really preppy. You're to escort Agent Day to a place called the Gallery, which is apparently creating this sort of weird like wave that's affecting the real world, and it's affecting the dreams of artists that are somehow presenting the same kind of work, this weird swirling black and red pattern in 12 different parts of the globe. The Morpheus agency believes that if properly subjugated and corralled, the Gallery can be an excellent jumping off point for the agency further deeper into the dreamscape. And so your task was to escort Agent Day to the Gallery, where they can establish the agency's presence there semi-permanently. And you kind of had rules of engagement, which is like, do not use violence, they'll be readily noticed, which basically means don't shoot first, but you can absolutely shoot back. And ensure Agent Day's safety. Oh, I nearly read out the complications here. No, you're not allowed to know them. Not right now. Yeah, and so yeah, we got to the Gallery, and yeah, it's you're in this weird sort of suburbs place, where the Gallery is like this big, modern-looking glass sort of 3-story building where you can kind of see all the floors, because all the walls are kind of like glass, so it looks really modern and nice. And you all kind of like split off. Sorry, suddenly I just realized I need to scroll down on this PDF. There we go. Yeah, I think you linked a picture of that, Sabine, last time. It was really nice, and you're all kind of split off. Agent Snooker, you were close to Agent Day, who is trying to negotiate with this like lady who seems to be the curator of this place. And when we left off, things didn't sound like they were going well, the negotiations. Agent Katsuo, you have an ongoing complication here. Yes, you've been mesmerized by the painting, and you have been chasing that painting, and it's leading you deeper into a weird maze of the Gallery. And but
it's a very interesting painting.
Yeah, it is the pattern that the artists have been like creating, and that's why you've been chasing it down. Agent HOYT, you kind of discovered, well, I don't know if you discovered, I think it was a collective thing, but I think you got close to the quote unquote visitors of this art gallery, and you kind of realized that, there you can hear gears and like clockwork within them, and they're all kind of like standing around going, oh yeah. And you managed to like figure it out without like tipping them off, or at least tipping something off. And then you went to talk to Agent Bubbles, who has been inspecting the paintings and found that, you can go into those paintings, and he was about to go into one that is like a better version of the stuff he's been drawing about the dreamscape. And we kind of left off with you, Agent Point, trying to contact the other two, because as a reminder, every one of you has in-ear communicators, so you can like always like talk to each other. Go ahead, Agent White. Sorry, I'm mute there.
Well, I was just clearing my throat to contact the others.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's kind of like start from there. Let's come back to start with you, Agent Hoyt. What was it that you want to like communicate to the other two?
Here's Agent Hoyt. Agent Hoyt to group leader. Establishing contact. Everything okay, group leader?
Who is the group leader?
I thought the oldest, maybe. I don't know.
I think Agent Day was the group leader, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah, I would say that like, yeah, I think from your perspective, Snooker, you see Agent Day is like arguing with this like, but we had a deal. We had a hold on. And he looks at you, Snooker. It's like, can you take care of what Agent Hoyt wants? I'm very busy right
now. Agent Hoyt, this is Snooker. Day's a bit busy right now. What can we do for you?
It seems that the group is really spread out. I have no eye on KATSUO.
Well, you best go find them. I'm on the stairs, so I've got a pretty good view of things, but I cannot see that shock of blue hair anywhere, and that's difficult to miss.
I'm a bit afraid to leave Agent Bubbles. He seems to be hell bent to enter the pictures. Oh, by the way,
Well,
you can enter the pictures, the paintings.
Okay, well, how about you try, I don't know, metaphorically kicking Bubbles in the ass, because we can't be going into these pictures. We got a job to do. No time for sightseeing.
Come on, Snooker. Bubbles is the veteran. You tell him.
Okay, well then take care of Katsuo, because who knows what kind of trouble he could be in.
Aye, sir. I say that ironically.
So, what you
passes over Snooker's head entirely, I think.
Of course. Yeah. So Hoyt, the thing about Agent Bubbles, he has absolutely gone into the painting. And then when you kind of turn, you see the painting is different now. It's not that castle anymore. Well, the castle's still there. It's just the sky is now this weird red and black color, for sure.
While I move to look for KATSUO, I will relay the information to Agent Snooker.
Oh, here's the thing as well. I've the list of things that's on their player sheet. It's actually things you can't do. It's things you can do when you contact control. I'll remind you though that there are consequences for contacting control. I'll remind folks of how interference works. So, what you know as agents is that whenever a logistics agent calls control, the mission gains interference. 1 point, and that's going to be represented by a bunch of tokens showing up in the role for a party. Whenever a logistic agent makes a request from control, you gain another point. Every three interference, for every third interference, I get to roll on a funny table of strange events, and that interference is kind of like a plus to other tables that I get to roll for other events. But there is like a specific interference table that sorry, you're not allowed to see. There are also other ways to gain interference that I'm not allowed to tell you. So watch out for that. You'll just see some tokens pop up. But like as a suggestion, you can like call.
Well,
control.
now I'm really intrigued, and I want to.
You want to open the box and press the button, don't you?
I want to press the red button now.
Okay. Wait, are you actually gonna do it? Are you gonna call control?
Leandro, you should have like an old-fashioned GM screen in front of you for this game.
Yeah, I have a GM screen. It's called I was gonna say the Atlantic Ocean, right? But actually, for once I'm playing with folks on my east rather than my west. The English Sea. There we go. Well, I don't even have that with you, Dono. You're just like you're nearby.
You should totally have a screen so you can roll and we can see what you roll.
I have a screen. It's the lower half of this. The lower half of
Here's a
this
secret roll for your party room.
Ooh, a secret roll for your party room just for GMs.
Just for GMs, yes. No, I do have a die. I'm gonna roll that. I might as well roll this D12. I think it's a D12 we roll. Yes, a D12 plus interference.
A D20. Why do I have a D20?
Yeah. So I'll go back to Agent Hoyt. Are you going into that, or do you want to cut to another character at the moment?
No, I would like to look for KATSUO.
How are you doing that?
Well, do I remember the last time I've seen him?
I think when you start splitting off, because the thing is, Agent Bubbles had that ability to see through disguises, so he had like he could pinpoint exactly where KATSUO is. I think he told you that KATSUO is kind of like going deeper into the gallery. So you can't see where Katsuo is because you don't have that technique.
So I would go to the last position I remember him being, and then I look around if I can see the blue hair.
I mean, I realize that I have the condition mesmerized by the painting, but I can still hear what Agent Hoyt is saying, right?
Oh yes, actually, yeah. Through the communication.
Okay.
So that could actually be done.
Okay. Okay. So I was a bit distracted, and I will say, hey, don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just following up on something here.
This is Agent Hoyt, Agent KATSUO. I need to retain contact with all the agents.
Yeah,
Can you point me?
We're in contact, aren't we?
But it would be, we've lost Bubbles. Bubbles disappeared into a painting. It would be horrible if we lose another agent.
I mean, he's probably fine. I mean, he's done this at least half a dozen times, right? And I'm really onto something here. This is really important what I'm doing. I'm sorry I stood up. I should have told you. Apologize.
Can you describe where you are?
Yeah, I'm following this painting. It's moving. It's over here. There's another painting, but it's boring.
Agent KATSUO, are you all right? You seem distraught.
I'm not distraught. I'm maybe a bit distracted.
Maybe that is what I meant. You sound weird. Can you maybe stop and turn around?
If I stop, I lose the painting.
Okay. Why is the painting moving exactly?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. Once I catch up with it, I'll figure it out.
Agent KATSUO, this is an order. I'm not sure if I can make orders, but assume I could. Stop moving and turn around.
This sounds like a roll.
Sorry, what?
This might be a roll.
Yeah, go
try to
persuade or something?
Yeah, so that would be like charisma, for sure. This is kind of... or no, I think this is willpower, because this is used to make changes to the world. You're trying to reach true to Katsuo's like mesmer, so to speak.
Well,
right?
they're both really crap, so let's try.
So yes, roll a d20, you need to roll under.
Under or equal or under?
Let's see. Roll under these scores, it says. Let me double check that.
Mother of... Yeah, I rolled an 11 on 11.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. Yeah, this is a normal. Say, be sure to add the result to your heart rate.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. How is your heart rate doing actually?
My heart rate was great. Do I add it to the...
You edit on your current, current heart rate, which is nearer to your picture.
Nearer to my picture. Current heart rate. It's not the resting heart rate.
No.
It's not the optimum.
No.
No, it's under your picture. You have to scroll up.
Under my picture.
Yeah, there's your agent type and there's clearance level and...
Oh, I see it. Okay. Now my current heart rate is 84.
Ooh, you're one off your optimum. Because with optimum, you can re-roll your dice roll if you think it went bad. The problem is you keep adding to your heart rate.
Yeah, I know.
But you're one off.
I'm gonna push.
Ooh. Wait, push?
I think pushing is re-rolling. I think that's what it says in the...
Oh, yeah. You can't do that until you're at your optimum heart rate.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is you're 1 beat per minute away from.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So, okay. All right. So you tried to get through to Katsuo. I think when you make that order, I think Katsuo only hears like a garbled version of it, so it's not as it it it's not as commanding as it kind of is. Or actually, it actually sounds what I think what
Actually,
Katsuo.
it's actually like I think I just don't recognize that she has any kind of authority to order me around, because I mean it's her first incursion, right? And I'm telling her that I'm sorry, Agent Hoyt, you don't have the experience to give me orders here.
That is true, unfortunately, but you should listen to me regardless.
Yeah, I'm listening. Look, I'll be with you in a minute. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. And this is the heart of the whole thing, right? Because I will now, because this is the painting that all these guys they painted. This is the one.
Do you see like a toilet from where you are, or a staircase, or an elevator?
Yeah, there's a picture of a toilet. It's very well made, but I don't think I should use that. Which is weird, which is a strange idea. Very strange. I'll hold the picture. I've always had it. You distracted me.
And there's no restroom, there's no elevator or staircase from where you
There's
are?
a staircase,
Or
but the painting is. There's a staircase, yeah, but it goes down. It just goes down. If that's okay, Leandro, that I'm just describing my surroundings. Okay,
Oh, no, yeah,
it just goes down though.
So could I, based on the information I got now, look for, like, is there, normally in museums there are, I don't know, like, what's it called? Like maps of where to go in case of a fire?
Ooh, yeah, I think you definitely find that, but I think here's kind of like a thing I'll add because of that failure. When you kind of like look around, you see that the painting behind you where Bobo stepped in has changed completely and is now that black and red spiral shape. And I think there's suddenly like two of those clockwork patrons of those visitors kind of like near you. It's going, so there is that. We'll come away from you for the moment. But yeah, when we come back to you, we'll find that painting. So Snooker, I think again, the argument's getting really tough, and Day's losing his cool, for sure. Because this curator, who I think I've described as kind of like who played in that Suicide Squad movie, played Viola Davis. There we go. It was kind of like this, like stern looking, like just kind of looks like she's not taking any of Day's shit. She's like, no, I'm sorry, but the deal you made was superseded. We got a much better offer. And Day's like, how can we? This gallery would stand to benefit from so much from our patronage if you would just like to hang this up. And the curator's just like, I'm sorry, Mr. Day. And I think she kind of nods to your direction, Snooker, as to be like commiserations. You have to wait. You have to hang out here. You'll have to. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm like, Snooker is edging up the stairs, wondering, like, do we really believe that we're going to back out of this mission just because someone signed a different piece of paper? Like, I'm ready to rock and roll when Day gives the order. I don't care.
Yeah. I think like oh, here's kind of like the opportunity. The curator's kind of like, if you'd like to talk to our new benefactor and make a deal with them, then perhaps. And Dave's like, fine. All right, I'll talk to your benefactor. Let's go. Let's talk to them. And I think like he gives you, he looks at you towards you, Snooker, and kind of makes an irritated, come follow him sort of gesture.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to check in with Hoyt to see if she's wrangled Katsuo yet.
Is there any way to get rid of conditions?
I think like a successful like roll against it. We'll come back to that
Okay,
when
cool.
we come to you. But yeah, Snooker, what was it you're gonna say to Hoyt?
Just to check, like we're on the move now. We're going to meet this rival party, so it'd be good to have some backup. So
Agent Snooker, Bubbles is gone. I can't find KATSUO. Apparently, he's somewhere near a staircase that leads down, but he's insisted that he is following a moving picture.
okay.
That doesn't sound right.
I mean, I hate to say it, but all staircases go down, right?
Well, some go
From
down
a certain point of view. So
and they
that doesn't
also
really
go.
help us.
That is true. That is true. But I assume that he meant that the staircase goes only to the basement.
Oh, okay. I guess you gotta go to the basement, so right?
Yeah, I'm trying. There are these. Do you know that these people are clockwork people?
Yeah, I think we established that.
Well, there are some of them really near me. I'm not sure if they are hostile.
Well, I mean, if they look at you badly, you should definitely look back.
Well, I'm trying to get hold of KATSUO, but I'm staying in contact with you.
Okay. I'll just tell you where kind of like the curator leads you and Day, Snooker. Then we'll cut to KATSUO.
Okay.
So I think she kind of like leads you, turn around this corner, and you'll find another staircase going up, which is weird because you're on the 3rd floor, and clearly the gallery is like meant to be 3 floors. But you kind of go up, and you see like you're in a much more dingier part of this place. Like it's definitely like this is kind of like the behind the scenes. It's like a dirty maintenance sort of corridor, and there's like a bunch of like doors just closed. Suddenly the fact that there are walls around here is weird. It does feel a bit off, and I think like the curator opens a door, and you're in like this kind of like large, kind of like open plan sort of office. There's like some tables in the middle. There's some file cabinets and a water cooler to your right. To your left is this big bank of security monitors and a console. And sitting in front of the console, you're right behind Agent Day, so you kind of hear his reaction first. He kind of like throws the paint to the side and is going, "What the fuck?" And sitting in front of this bank of monitors is a squid in a suit. Imagine like okay, I better like illustrate this because a squid in a suit, that could sound silly, but imagine like but it is as physically as literally as you can get. It is a squid squeezed into a suit, so the suit is misshapen. There's like, it's like tentacles inside are kind of like trying to like form like a human shape, or kind of at least trying to fit into the pantsuit. And like coming out of the sleeves are like, yeah, just more tentacles, and burbling on top of like the collar is kind of like the head of the squid. And it's kind of like, it's making this like kind of nauseating sort of, not rattling, I guess. Well, no, it's like it's breathing really deeply. You know, it's kind of gasping when an aquatic figure is out of the water. And yeah, it's back. Their back is kind of turned to you, and then they turn back. Day is like was about to like reach for something in their coat pocket. Yeah, it's not as rhythmic as Darth Vader breathing. Horse is more like a that kind of breathing. And yeah, Day was about to reach something for his coat. Actually, no, he doesn't have a coat. I described him as wearing a jumper. He looked like a prep. But it looked like he was reaching to where his coat normally is, but the curator's kind of hand is kind of clamped onto his. And she kind of gives this like kind of like cold sort of smile to the two of you, and she just says, meet our new benefactor, our great ambassador from the IB. And the squid just kind of like gives this like beady sort of look at you two agents. I'm gonna give you a chance to respond, Snooker, and then we'll cut to Katsuo.
Yeah, I think Snooker is gonna like put it, so he's in like a wheelie chair in front of this big bank of security monitors. So I think I'm gonna put a foot on one of the legs of the wheelie chair and like push it away slightly, so that his focus is on us and not the monitors. And I'm definitely not drawing my gun, but you know, that will probably be a subsequent step after you cut back to me.
Yeah, I think like the squid person just kind of just looks at you and it's just doing just that gurgling. Like you can't tell if it's afraid or not because it's a squid. I don't know how you can tell that from normal squid.
Snooker definitely doesn't know how.
Yeah. All right, cut to Katsuo. So you said you want to break through this mesmerism.
Yeah, I think maybe talking to Agent Hoyt, I might have a chance to stop running after the painting and at least try another way instead of wandering not aimlessly, but aimfully around. And well, yeah, I would like to try another, at least I try another approach here. You know how if you try to attract a cat and you walk after it, it will amble off, and then if you turn around and pretend not to care and not to notice, then it will sneak up on you, and then you can, I don't know, you can pet it because it wouldn't do anything else to it because that would be bad.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to, because this is actually, I'm looking at your repair slots. The one you have right now is remove a glitch.
Yes. I can remove a glitch.
Yeah, the difference between a glitch and a hack is like a glitch is kind of like accidental. It's kind of like an effect of the dreamscape. A hack is like more deliberate, like some malicious force has set this up. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to know like how would Katsuo know the difference in this situation. I do think. I don't want to make you roll too much because that'll eat up your heart rate for sure.
Oh, my heart rate is I'm at optimum heart rate at this point, at least.
Yeah, I think, so this is probably going to be like a willpower check again, but what does it look like when like Katsuo knows at least that there's now this mesmerism on him? How does he go about trying to remove it?
I think Agent Hoyt is pretty much reminding him that this is not actually what he's supposed to be doing. And when she starts trying to order him, he has a flash of rebellion because he doesn't get ordered around by her, but maybe he remembers that he doesn't get ordered around or drawn around by this painting, right? Because that's not who he is, I think. Well, we'll see what the dice think. Die thinks. I'll re-roll this one. Hey, I've rolled a 5.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty good, right?
Yes, that's under your will, so that's a success. That's
Yay!
fine.
And my heart rate doesn't get up too badly.
Yeah, so how does it feel to suddenly kind of like break free from this complication?
Feels like for this 1 minute there is this very strong feeling of deja vu, and then something, it's like the moment is broken, and then the fascination is gone, like it was there obviously, but Katsuo can't tell you why or whatever why he was thinking that way, why his brain was wired that way in that moment. And I guess he's heard enough or seen enough or whatever enough that he can realize that this was not that this was somebody trying to hack into his mind. and he will then turn away from the painting because right, this he doesn't want to rush after it anyways, and he will then say, Agent Hoyt, you still there?
Yes, where are you?
I am at the top floor, I think. There's a staircase going down. I think that painting tried to snag my mind and draw it in. It's very weird. I just realized that. Thanks for giving me a push.
Well, what was the painting about?
Yeah, you remember those pictures that they showed us when we started to go on this mission?
Yeah.
The pictures of the paintings those artists made. It was like that.
It showed up right when Bubbles disappeared.
Oh. Oh, Bubbles disappeared. Great. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. It didn't register on this until now. Look, where are you? I will try to find you.
Well, I'm on the ground floor still.
Okay.
And Agent Snooker and Agent Day, they are they've disappeared, somewhere upstairs.
They've disappeared as well.
Well, they didn't disappear as in, not behind not in thin air. They just, moved up the stairs.
Yeah, okay, so they went away. I think disappearing would be different.
Well, I'm new in the whole agent thing.
Yeah, okay. I'll come down and then we go and find Snooker and try to figure out what's going on here, because clearly there's something very wrong.
All right, roger that. I stay here.
Cool.
I think like KATSUO, when you kind of like make your way, you hear kind of like really loud footsteps kind of like coming your way. And like so around the corner, this like figure kind of like runs in. They look very disheveled. They had a hair in a bun. They look like they're wearing like this like nice sort of blazer. I think Agent Hoyt, you talked to them briefly. They look kind of official. They have like a name tag on their blazer. It just says Jesse, and underneath just says they them please. And they're like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Don't look at that painting. Don't. And I'm thinking they're covering their eyes. They're like, are you okay? You okay?
I am okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come over. Away from that. Away from that thing.
Yeah. I've had my encounter with it already. I won't look at it again.
Wait, you have? How did you break free? What?
I mean, I've had somebody tell me that I should do something, and I don't really like being told stuff, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn, maybe I should have just done that. Anyway, around this corner, away from the thing.
What's with it? I'm not looking at it, I'm following them.
Yeah, I think they kind of just drag you around the corner away from it and just say like, yeah, that's kind of one of our more, we don't put that out there. That's one of our more normal, unusual sort of works of art. Everything else here is kind of like sourced from, different parts of the dreamscape. You got to make trade with the Spiders of Lang. You got to make trade with the Orpheus Institute, all that sort of stuff. It's the gallery's just meant to be like, a meeting ground. But there's some stuff that like here that's not meant to be out there, and that thing is one of them. It's not meant to be out. So I'm sorry. It's just you're the first real people who've been here in a long time.
Okay. Well. Okay. I mean, it's pretty nice here, I guess.
Oh, it's really nice. Yeah, it's really nice. That's why I spend a lot of time here. Like normally I don't live here. Like I actually live a layer up. But it's nice to come here and look at the art. But lately, ever since the curator took on this new benefactor, we've had less people coming by and more of those things out there. They're not, they're dolls. They're puppet things. They're not under anyone's control. They are under someone's control, but I don't.
Maybe they're under your benefactor's control.
Probably. Look,
Who's
okay.
this benefactor?
I think like they look really troubled and they're like, okay, I want to tell you, but well, I need to know who are you people? Are you just
Well,
you,
my name's KATSUO. I'm
Katsuo? Nice to
from,
meet you.
yeah,
Hi, nice to meet you. My
yeah,
name's Jesse. They them, please.
yeah, yeah, he, him. So we were coming here with a friend to talk about coming here more often, I guess.
Huh. So you're just here to visit, right?
Well, I'm not the person who was tasked with negotiating more, you know, like a day pass for the museum where you can go and where you can, or a year pass where you can just come if you want to and then leave again, or say.
Yeah, I don't know if they're that terribly convinced by that. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be like another like action roll.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's okay with yourself. This is gonna
Okay.
be charisma for sure.
Charisma. Okay. Oh no, my poor heart rate.
Fine. You have to 172.
Yeah, well, you know what? I've rolled one over my charisma, but I can re-roll this, right?
Yes.
Because my heart rate is optimum.
Yes.
Well, I think I will at this point. I'm at 109. I can go to 144. So, I mean, yeah, I rolled a 3. Ha!
Hey, see, there we go. Yeah. So, what do you say that like kind of like convinces them that?
I'll stop by saying, okay, I'm babbling. Look, I'm not good with the diplomacy. We want to use this thing here as a bit of a staging ground, so we can come here and go somewhere else, and maybe stay here for a bit, talk to people who know stuff, right? Who've been around.
I think like they're a bit wary, but I think they nod and say, "I might be able to help." Then it's just it sounds like you might be taking over as benefactors for this place, and
That would be, I think that would be ultimately our goal. Look, Jesse, I've got some colleague downstairs. I think you really should meet her.
yeah, I think you should. It's just well, I tell you this now. You can pass this along. And yeah, I'd like to meet your colleagues. It's just the way this gallery works. I'm kind of like the one taking care of it. Yeah, there's a curator, but the curator's like they're like an extension of the gallery. You know, gallery like to think itself as kind of neutral, and I'm kind of like the one making sure people have a good time when they come here. I don't know what the squids from the IB. That's the name of the folks who took over this place. I don't know what they're actually. I don't know if that's their name. I think some people just call them the squids. I don't even know if they're like that. I don't speak IB.
The squids from the IB.
Yeah, that's what some people call them.
Okay.
It's the best I got. Yeah, clearly their plans for this place doesn't involve, people coming over, and that's ultimately if you folks take over, I'd like to, and in exchange for like my help, I'd like to at least just let people keep coming.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's a gallery. It wouldn't be a gallery if no people came. Wouldn't make any sense.
yeah.
And I'm walking towards Agent Hoyt with them while we're talking.
Yeah. I think like definitely like I think they're always kind of leading you because they're the tour guide. And yeah, Agent Hoyt. I think you see Jesse with Katsuo coming from some stairs. Who knows at this point?
Yeah, you definitely see like the emotion of relief in Agent Hoyt's face when she sees Katsu. Oh, there you are.
Oh, hi, Jesse. This is Barbara Hoyt, and this is Jesse, I guess. They are, I don't know, they are the director or?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm just a tour guide. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah, we kind of met a bit. I just wasn't sure that. Sorry, I was just telling Katsuo. It's just been a while since I've seen at least what I think are like actual like human people, because I can point towards the two robot patrons behind you, Hoyt. Like it's been a long time.
Well, we are agents to protect civilians from robot people, so you're in good hands.
Okay. So you're here to take over.
In a
Kind of,
friendly
right?
fashion. In a friendly fashion.
Yeah,
To be more partners than kind of overlords or something.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, I can try to take you to where the benefactor set up shop. It's just that we're gonna have to be like real stealthy about it. Like those, and they point again to the clockwork people. Like they're not there for show. They're security. So
well, don't worry, Jesse. We are agents. We are trained in stealth. Aren't we, Katsuo?
We should, yeah, but we should maybe meet up with our security specialist, right? Because of these, if there was an altercation, I mean, I'd like to have Snooker on our side.
All right. We've been here for like an hour, so I think with that kind of like next thing to do, let's call like a break, if that's okay with folks.
Break.
It's called 9 minutes. Let's come back at 10 to top of the hour.
Yes.
So I'm gonna pause this, and I'll see you folks then.
Yeah.
All right. We're back, and I guess it's been a while. I forgot if I made that joke that because I don't bother to edit these Zoom meetings, that me saying we're back will mean absolutely nothing to anyone who's watching this, because I just paused the recording instead of taking an actual break. So we will just go straight from we're gone, we're back. But for you, the viewer, we were never gone at all. That's the magic of our past selves being captured in the internet for posterity. Oh, I did make that joke. All right, cool. All right, so now that I've officially buried this joke so far to the ground it should be dug up, let's cut back to the action. So Agent Snooker, you've sized up to this squid person who is just kind of looking at you in a manner that you can't tell if it's just not afraid or it's trying to look tough. It just looks like a squid. But actually, I need to find an illustration of the squid people here. But yeah, what do you do?
So I think Snooker is kind of, in some ways, controlling the chair, the wheelie chair. He's got his foot on one of the legs, so he's able to kind of move it around. And he says to the squid, "Why don't you just tell the curator that you're not interested in being a benefactor anymore, and you can whatever the hell squids do to get out of here. You can squid out of here."
Wow. All right, so yeah, that is some sort of attribute roll. Let's see. This sounds like willpower. It's used to make changes to the world for brute force and for simple focus activity. Unless you can tell me it's charisma somehow. It is charisma. Actually, it is, because I see charisma is to see if they can intimidate an entity into backing down or fleeing.
Yeah. That makes more sense to me.
Okay. So yeah, roll.
I mean, it's charisma in a slightly threatening fashion, right? I don't know whether that makes any difference. So I'm going to roll 1d20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that is not good.
Ooh.
That is a 17.
And how much is your charisma?
11. Not 17 or 18 anyway.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so add that to your current heart rate. That big old 17.
Brings me up to around 90.
Nice. Wow, you're at, oh, you're not yet at your optimum. It's like
No,
9 beats per minute. So, okay, so here's what happens. The squid kind of like looks at you, and their head's kind of like it's bobbing out of the suit in a way, and you can tell like the suit is like stained. It absolutely looks like an aquatic figure stuffed itself into like this nice Armani suit, but it's stained and bulging in the wrong areas.
Has he just inked himself?
No, it's just bobbing. And no, not yet. No, because it's absolutely not. I think you get the sensation like, no, it's absolutely not intimidated by you.
Okay.
And then you feel your head feeling light and just a bit fuzzier. Make a save versus mental trauma for me, Snooker, which is you want to roll this much or more in the D20 to avoid. And don't worry, I don't think this is added to your heart rate saving.
Okay, so my save versus mental trauma is 13, so that is not the worst. See, why couldn't these dice be reversed? I just rolled a 3.
Yeah, so SQUID-MEN operatives, which is the name of the stat block I'm looking at, have a move called mesmerism, which is I think you are gonna be placed in a trance for like a minute, and it's enough to like I think what we see in the camera is like this fuzziness kind of like falls around you, and like give me like actually what's a memory of Snookers that's like calming, that like the last time they were in like a calm environment?
I think maybe it's something like, if there's a spare chair near the banks, he will kind of maybe sit down and watch very carefully one of the monitors where there's absolutely nothing happening, right? He'll just and maybe from his posture, like you're imagining he's like sitting on a couch, as a younger adult or a teenager, just channel surfing or whatever, eating Doritos.
Yeah, I think so you sit down and you're imagining just very calm eating Doritos one time. You're just kind of like sitting there, and I think from the camera you see Agent Day's like eyes wide open, kind of like, oh fuck. And the SQUID-MEN kind of like stands up, and kind of like they reach into their coat pocket with like a tentacle, and then they pull out a revolver, and they're pointing at Agent Day. Let's cut to KATSUO and HOYT. So Jesse's kind of like, okay, I think I know a way to get to where the benefactor is. We need to be stealthy, unless I don't know. Where are you folks from? Do you have like some sort of maybe weird way or magic way to get to where your colleagues are? I don't know.
Guess the guy who had that is on his own mission.
Well, I could call control, and they could change reality for us.
They can do
that? Okay, I'm doing that. I want to press all the red buttons. So
yes, go ahead.
Okay.
This is Agent HOYT calling for control.
Control speaking, receiving you, Agent HOYT.
Could you please transfer us immediately to where? Excuse me, cuts. 1 second, please. Where do we want to be transported to?
I guess we want to take a look at the benefactors, but I wouldn't know where they are. Jesse, where would we be able to spy on them? What kind of place would be good here? You're the tour guide.
There's office. There's an office next to where the benefactor is. Walls are usually quite thin, both literally and metaphorically, because that's kind of where spying is happening. That will be there. I can give like the exact coordinates, and I think they pull out like a tour guide, a brochure guide, and show that to you, Agent HOYT, and kind of like, okay, they're kind of here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Control, for the pause, but I have the coordinates now with me. So transportation of three individuals. Can we transport creatures from the dreamscape as well? That is an actual question Hoyt asks Control.
I think like
Katsuo looks apologetically at Jesse like, "It's you."
And Jesse's just like, that's why I get those questions all the time. And I think you hear like some, clickety clack, like typing on their side, and says, that should be achievable, Agent Hoyt. Be advised that we recorded a massive spike amongst Agent Bubble's whereabouts and have pulled him out of the dreamscape. We hope that has not interfered with your operation in any way.
Well, we're one agent down, but we will manage. Thank you, Control.
No problem. Stand by for transference. And hold on, let's see. We generate. So you contact the Control and you add a request. So that's gonna be 2 points of interference. And let's see. Let me look at the list of other criteria. Oh shit. There should have been one when Agent Snooker tussled with the SQUID-MEN. Hold on, let me generate that. Kablam. So let me roll this d12. D12 plus 3. Oh, okay. All right, I'll hold on to that for the moment. So Hoyt, what does it? I'm gonna toss it to you, Katsuo. What does it look like when Control like transfers you from one place to another in the dreamscape?
I want to say that the reality around us dissolves, and we, for like a split second, we are in some kind of starry, I don't know, empty space, so to speak, and then reality is reassembled around us.
Ooh, neat.
Yeah, I think like yeah, you land. I think Jesse just barely kind of lands on their knees, and I think Control is
Superhero landing. Sorry, I apologize.
Transference complete. Would that be all, Agent Hoyt?
That would be all. Thank you, Control.
No worries. Good luck on the mission.
I mean, can you ask them for some kind of weapon or something? I mean, if we would need it, I mean.
Agent Hoyt pulls out the security manual and says, well, it says here on page 53 that in case of like excessive interference from Control, we have to live with the consequences, which is instability of the dreamscape, and could have psycho mechanical effects on us.
Yeah, but if one of these ipsquids comes by and pushes a tentacle up my nostril,
we shoot him in the head, I think is the
yes, but
protocol.
You know what makes that easier? Having an actual gun.
You don't have a gun?
No, I'm just tech support. I don't have a gun. I have a screwdriver. It's not sonic.
In case we need to, I can have them drop a bomb or something, I guess.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, technically you can do that.
I mean, I've got painkillers at least.
Okay, so I think you don't hear any activity. Actually, no. You hear the shit from Day's voice on the other side of the wall. You're in like this kind of like crappy look. No, it's a much nicer conference room compared to what you had in the agency. It's a bit sleeker. It's a very nice projector, and I think it's just showing. The projector is on actually, and it's showing like slides of like different kinds of paintings whatnot, like new acquisitions. Click, click, click. Jesse's looking at that and it's like, oh wow, we're getting new stuff.
I think how Hoyt would try to contact Agent Snooker.
Mhm.
Or should we call Day? I mean, Day was distracted last time.
Or Snooker.
This is Agent Hoyt to Agent Snooker. Come in.
Hi, Mom. What's for dinner?
Excuse me?
Dinner? Are you? I don't have to eat any of that microwave garbage today, do I? I had enough of that.
Agent Snooker, this is no time for jokes. How's the meeting going?
You mean I do have to eat that microwave garbage? Oh, come on.
KATSUO, I think Snooker is also mesmerized by a painting. Are you?
I think I heard that, right? Ooh, a stormtrooper cup. Sorry, I'm easily distracted. Yeah,
You're
okay.
worse than Snooker.
Yeah. Look, yeah, do we want to, if he's mesmerized and Day's shouting, then maybe we should go in and see if we can help at any point.
Roger
So
that.
that wall is
Have
really,
you got the
really.
remote control? Have you got the remote control, Mom? I think it's lost or the dog has it or something. This channel is so crappy.
Oh gosh, that wall is really thin, right, Leandro?
Yeah, I think kind of like, because yeah, thanks for reminding me that Days also on this channel. I think he just shouts very loudly and very conspicuously, like, I don't know who the fuck you're working for, SQUID-MEN person thing, but you're incurring the wrath of the Morpheus agency, and you're gonna get real fucked up once we come for you.
I think that's kind of the point where we should break through the wall, because kind of seems like a thing that should happen in a dream. So, I mean, I will attempt to walk through the wall forcefully.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's a thin wall, you said, so it's a dream. You've never walked through a wall in a dream.
That's true.
Come on.
That is true. Yeah.
We could also just take the door. I mean, it's like.
Yeah, we could, but that wouldn't be as bad as us walking through a wall, right?
That is true. That's definitely
and
true.
we want to impress the squid person.
Okay. All right. So this is a let's see. We'll look at your attributes. Yeah, this absolutely will. I don't see how this can't be.
Yes. Okay, that's fair. I will roll. Let's see how that goes. That's a 12. That's yeah. That's I mean, I do it, but well, the old heart is starting to go up.
Yeah.
I think I should rest at one point, or maybe not. Who cares?
Yeah,
who knows?
Well, I think it's once you finish the mission and you're out in the real world, your heart goes back to normal. So yeah. Okay. So in front of Hoyt and Jesse, what does this look like when KATSUO just like, fuck it, I'm gonna walk through this wall?
Yeah, well, I mean, this is a very thin wall, and when he just walks up to it, and then he breaks through. Like you see that when these walls of these set dressings on cinemas or something, and they're really just cardboard, right, or very flimsy wood, and you can just walk through them if you don't worry about damaging the building, which KATSUO at that point does. And there are a bit more splinters than there should be, because for some reason KATSUO at least imagines a kind of a scene from a movie. So it looks a bit like that. He walks in and sees the squid guy, and I think the first thing he says is, ew.
Yeah, I think like you see the squid guy is holding a revolver pointing at Day. And then like you break through, and I think yeah, they absolutely like turn the revolver, and yeah, they are actually I have to roll to see if they hit you. Give me a second. Let's see. Yeah.
How OSR is that?
Yeah,
GM
no.
rolling to hit.
Yeah, the thing is, they have 2 hit dice, so I roll 2 dice.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That maybe was not so clever. Okay.
Well, yeah, you burst in. Like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that maybe that can at least drag Snooker out of his wherever he thinks he is.
The mesmerism lasts for a minute. I would say.
Okay.
So, but I'll give a Snooker a chance to break out of it once I see if this guy. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So yes. So he shoots. You're gonna have to make a save, Katsuo.
Okay. What against?
This kind of
normal.
Yeah, this comes under
normal hazard.
Yeah. So yeah, because it's a gunshot. It's not anything weird.
Or is it defense? Wait, there's a defense thing. Do I roll with that?
Defense is kind of like. Hold on. Let me. Oh. No. Wait. Hold on. Let me double check. Defense. You negate rolls to hit you of 18 plus. Unfortunately, I rolled a 12 plus. That's all you need.
Wow.
So if I had rolled 18 plus, you would negate that for sure. But I rolled a 12 plus, which is enough for his to hit, which is a 9 plus.
Okay. So I roll with.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So one of my special techniques is intercept attacks when another agent is hit by an attack. Could my instincts jump in there, or am I still definitely mesmerized?
Let's see if this hits first. If this hits Katsuo, and then we'll see if you need to jump in or not.
Okay, cool.
So your saves are. You need to roll 16 or more.
Oh well. No, I didn't. I rolled an 11.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're gonna get hit, but I think. Yeah, just because in terms of the fictional stuff, Katsuo bursting through, will probably enough to like shake your mesmerism a bit, Snooker, if that makes sense. Oh,
the saving throws don't go on the heart rate, or do they?
Let me double check that because I earlier said it doesn't, but I think it actually does. Let me double check that. Oh yeah, whenever an agent player rolls dice for any reason. Wow, oh, this game is harsh. We didn't do that for Snooker, which I'm okay for forgetting. But like, yeah, next time.
I rolled a 3. I guess at least when you roll low and miss your saving throw, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not the worst. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say you got a chance to defend, Snooker. I think what kind of like shakes you when this shot rings off.
Well, I mean, I think I cannot like jump in front of a bullet that's already been fired. I mean, unless I can in the dream world. But I think it's like the when Katsuo comes through the wall, that's probably what shakes him, and then I see the gun being raised, and then that's kind of like a spur to jump.
Yeah. So I think. Yeah, I think so. That when intercept, I think what that means is, you can step this. The attack hits you instead. So I think that means that like you are gonna get hit by this damage.
Yeah.
Let me roll that. Let's see how much this revolver does. Ooh, all right. These SQUID-MEN don't mess around. I have to pull out another die.
How much damage does the revolver do?
A D8.
Okay,
and
that's the same as mine.
And a plus D20 of heart rate. So it actually adds to your heart rate.
Who knew being shot was stressful?
Yeah. Oh, that's an 8.
Okay, wow. Well, that would have killed Katsuo, so...
That's very good, yes. And you add 10 to your heart rate.
Okay.
So...
Well, I am in my optimum heart rate now, I'll tell you that much. Sorry, you said 8 damage, right? So yes. I'm down to 3 heart points right now.
All right, you won't die. But I said you won't die forever, but you'll be kicked out of this room. I will say right now that like in terms of your mission objective, this squid person is the one. They're the
Well,
one.
he has now shot first.
Yes.
Most palpably shot first.
Yeah. So I think so you intercept that boat, and I think I'm gonna turn to Hoyt. Let me actually double check because I think there is a way for how combat is. Attack, hit, blah blah blah. Okay. I don't think there's no like initiative or anything. I think it's just basically we're gonna go about it in this order. Hoyt, Katsuo has burst through the wall. The SQUID-MEN has shot, but Snooker has jumped in to intercept that shot and is like shot real bad. What do you do?
So Hoyt is calling control again.
Okay. Let me generate
This is
that.
Agent Hoyt calling control.
Received, Agent Hoyt. What's the situation?
We are being shot at by a squid person.
Mm-hmm.
And I am asking for salt. Is it possible to drop salt on this coordinate?
Please. I think I don't know how to phrase it, but I think control is kind of like, can we ask for more precise coordinates? Because I think like this is gonna be like a bit of a roll as well, just to see how if the salt will like hit this.
Yeah. So what Hoyt would suggest is that she will jump the squid, and then they just have to triangulate Hoyt and drop the salt where she is.
Understood, Agent Hoyt. Good luck. And I'm gonna generate another token. That is there's another 3. Let me just roll on this interference because I've not triggered the previous one before. Actually, I've not.
Oh my lord!
Actually, no. Actually, not, I'm going to trigger it now. But it's really it's going to be good for yourselves. Actually, no. Do I want to? Sorry.
Do
like,
it.
Yeah, no. It's going to be good for yourselves because like I'm trying because the way this effect that I haven't triggered yet, it's only going to be beneficial for yourselves, I think. Because what happens is when you kind of go to jump the squid person, they turn to point their gun at you, and then for a moment, that gun, you can see like it's consistently suddenly turns to liquid. Suddenly it's like it turns into like this like sludge, and it slicks through their tentacle, and they're like, and they're burbling, and the nauseating breathing gets harder. It's kind of realized for a split second that inanimate object is going to turn to liquid, and it's turning back into the revolver, but it means it's out of their hand. I'm going to roll again on this interference. You now have +6. Oh, for God's sake! All right, I got the same thing again. I'm gonna roll again. That's not right. I refuse. There's other things on this table. Okay, all right, here we go. Ooh, that's.
That's not a good reaction from a GM.
No, it's not. Make this roll first, and then I'm gonna. Oh my God, this is so much. Make this roll first. Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm mute there, Dana.
Sorry, is Hoyt acting now? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. So Hoyt, you want to hold this SQUID-MEN in position for the salt.
Well, yeah, it's more like I assume that control knows where Hoyt is. Mm-hmm. So if Hoyt is where the squid is, then the salt will hit the squid. Is what I think.
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah. So let's see. What attribute role is this? Let's see. Intelligence used to perceive and make sense. Willpower, I think this is. This is like to make changes to the world, for brute force, and for simple focus activity. Use it in chases, when breaking down doors, for feats of athleticism, etc. So yeah, that'll be willpower.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I rolled a 3. Yay!
Ooh. Yeah. So yeah, I think, how does the salt manifest?
I think that the ceiling just opens up, and there is well, how does it manifest? I think it's a little bit like in the fairy tale, where from the open ceiling there's the salt rushing down, covering Hoyt and the squid.
All right, I'm gonna make a save roll for the squid. Man, this is what I think. Is this what old school feels like? Because I've never ran something like this. Oh wow! Oh, the poor thing. Yeah, it fails its save roll. How much is salt to a squid? How much damage is it gonna do?
I mean, is this squid like allergic to salt, like a slug or a snail would be, or
So yeah,
or is this special salt?
I think kind of like the former. So this is going to be the equivalent of like, let's have some fun. Military grade explosives is the equivalent of it. So Hoyt, roll me a d20.
Let's see, d20. Roll selected. Oh my lord, it's a 1. Maybe salt is not that effective against squid.
I mean, squid live in salt water after all.
That is true.
Yeah. Well, you depleted its HP, but here's what happens on the interference table. The salt hits the squid, and then cut to oh yeah, cut to you're suddenly in the museum gallery again. You're in like this corridor, and it's really nice and clean. And the three of you are like running. You know that bit of Memento when it kind of cuts to, I don't know if you've seen Memento, it's a great film, but like when he's like running and it's like, wait, why am I running? Where the hell am I? And I think you hear Day in front of you. It's kind of like, keep running. And you turn around as you're running. You see Jesse's right behind you running as well. And you see that like the paintings around you, they're slowly they're turning into like the red and black sort of painting as well. As you see like the SQUID-MEN is like is kind of coming for you. Oh, go ahead.
I've got still on my repair slot, and I want to repair a glitch. I don't know if that would go, if I could repair the paintings coming to life. Or my other idea would be, I mean, Agent Snooker has a hole. That isn't right. That is a glitch. So
I would say you can even, I think it doesn't say it's a minor or major glitch. You can repair this glitch that just happened here, which is time instantly moves forward a few hours. That's kind of like what happened. Suddenly,
oh, yeah.
That's the interference.
Oh, yes, I will absolutely go and repair that glitch, and let's go back where we started, because that was not a bad position. Maybe can I go back? Probably I can't go back before the shot hit Agent Snooker, right?
No, I think you're gonna go back to when the salt hit.
Okay, yeah, but I'll go back to when the salt hit, because I don't think running through a museum with enemy forces coming at us from all sides is a good idea. So no.
Is that okay with everyone? Unless you want to stay in this corridor and the SQUID-MEN and like a horde of clockwork people are running after you as well.
It's also nice, but we can do that later. So
Okay.
what I will do is, I said I have a screwdriver, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's not precisely sonic, but it's not precisely a kind of simple screwdriver. It's got a bit more of lighting. So it has some blinking lights, let's say. It has some blinking lights. And when I just take it out and look at the situation and then kind of turn it, and then suddenly we're back. I say, not so fast. Snooker, shoot it.
Yeah, so all right, hold on. I'm continuing another token there.
Yeah,
so I would say that like every one of you remembers being on that corner, suddenly being back here. We're like, But Snooker.
Yeah, so I pull my my service automatic out and put it up against the base of the squid's head and pull the trigger a couple of times for good measure.
Hell yeah. All right. So I think, let's see, outside of a combat roll, let me see, because the other stuff, the attribute roll is therefore outside of combat. To attack, make a 2-hit roll with a d20, and you have 2-hit firearms. Yeah, I think that's just it. That's as simple as like roll d20, roll over 6.
Yep. Yes, 6 is my to hit with firearms. And wow, I rolled a 5.
What? Are you at your optimum heart rate?
I am. I'm going to re-roll that. I'm going to add the 5 to my heartbeat first. Wow. The dice are loving me today. 16. That's better?
Yes. Let me see what their defense is first, though. Oh, wow. They were 2 off. Their defense is an 18 plus. If you had gotten like an 18 or higher, they would have negated your roll. But they don't. But so you hit. So you're gonna roll your damage.
Okay.
I think they were just as disorientated by the glitch as you were, so I'm not gonna roll like their save.
So it's 1d8.
Yeah.
Holy guacamole. That's 1 damage.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. All right. You're whittling this thing down. 151.
Can I ask a silly question? You said every time we roll a die, it's added to our heartbeat. Does it include damage rolls?
Oh, that's a good question, actually.
Yeah, that is a good question. Yeah, it just says like whenever an agent player rolls dice for any reason, add the result.
So
because can I like re-roll that then if it's inside my optimal heart rate?
Yeah, if the player doesn't like the result of a dice roll, they can push themselves to do better. So yes, I think you can.
I mean, I am dubious, but I'm gonna drive a truck through that loophole.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. That means you have to add that as you have to keep adding to your heart rate.
Okay, a 4. A 4 is better, right?
Okay, yeah. Four is much better. It is down to it. You've not killed it, but it's much better for sure. So I think, you pump a few rounds into its head, kind of. It kind of tries to do. It kind of does this weird vibrating matrix thing where like it's almost like kind of shivering, as if like trying to avoid your shots, but one of it actually gets hit. You get hit it and like you manage to hit it, and it kind of squeals and it tries to like slither out of your grasp, Hoyt. And you can see that like it's trying to reach not for its gun, but for the bank of like terminals and like the monitors that it was looking at. I'm actually gonna turn to Katsuo because you've not done an action. Oh wait, no, you did.
I've done an action.
Yeah,
I just deglitched the whole situation.
Hell yeah! So Hoyt.
Is it one tentacle that's reaching out?
Oh, it itself. It's trying to fling itself towards It's trying to fling itself from your grasp towards like the bank of monitors. Like it's writhing in your grasp. You got a moment to act, Hoyt. What do you do?
Is the gun of the squid lying around?
Yes, it's on its feet. It's almost kind of like forgotten but it has reformed itself back from becoming liquid for a split second.
I think Hoyt dives for the gun and shoots at the squid.
Love it. So you're gonna roll to hit with your firearms, which is pretty good.
To hit is 10, and I want to roll over, I guess.
Yes. You do not want to hit 18 because that's their defense.
Just rolled a 20.
You rolled a 20. Oh god.
No.
Oh man. So so I think you grab it and you shoot at it, but like I think the combination of being slippery as well from its fluids is kind of like means your aim is probably just a bit off. I think it shoot. Yeah. If that's okay.
That's totally okay.
Okay.
Can you re-roll maybe?
Oh, are you in your optimum heart rate?
Yes, I am. That's a great idea, Sabina. I will definitely re-roll this.
Yes.
Just add
20.
Oh shit! I have to add 20 to my heart rate. That's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah. Well, you're getting up there.
We're nearly done with this mission, so.
Am I still in my optimal heart rate? Yes, I am. So that's 108. My heart is beating fast. Okay, roll selected, and that is a 12.
Hell yeah. So handgun is a D8. Yeah. So roll a D8.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's another 1. Let's see.
You can still re-roll that as well. So
Yeah, I could also die from a heart attack. No, it's a 6.
No, yeah. I would say right now that squid was down to 2 HP. So your shots ring through, Hoyt, before it could like get to like the monitors and get to it. Yeah, you just shoot it and it's left lying on a heap. It lets off this horrible this death rattle, this gurgling, and then kind of like slumps right before. And I think Jesse walks into the wall. It's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And the curator is like slack. Their grip is like on Day, who finally kind of like wrenches his hand away from the curator, and he just kind of like smooths his like hair and whatnot. He takes out a comb. Yeah, he takes out a comb and just kind of like just starts going his hair. It's like, well, some fine work there, agents. That was absolutely textbook. That was you the three of you. Hats off. That was amazing stuff.
I'll walk over to Snooker and say, "Hey, thanks for taking that shot. I guess so. You want some pain? You should have some painkillers."
Yeah, like, are they any use in here? I don't know.
They are. They're made for here.
Have you
So
got like a dream whiskey in that first aid kit of yours?
I've got. I mean, there can be a dream whiskey. Sure, if that works for you.
Yeah.
I will then reach into my first aid kit and pull out a little flask that looks like has a amber liquid in it, so it looks like whiskey. It smells like whiskey as well, but it's painkillers.
Like airplane whiskey bottle.
No, it's more like these whiskey bottles you get in the specialty stores, where you can just let them fill the little bottles. That's not. It's kind of. Well, I guess Katsuo likes whiskey. Maybe. Possibly.
I think when kind of like I think Jesse kind of tries to make her present. And it's like so yeah, you killed the squid guy. It's good. And I think like Day sees Jesse and kind of like strides forward with a hand. It's like, you must be the real curator of this place. I've had to deal with that projection for quite some time. And they take Jesse's hand, just like shaking it, and Jesse looks really confused, like, is he? And he kind of like looks. They kind of look towards you and pointing to Jesse, like, is he with you?
Yeah, he's with us. He's good. He's just shook a bit.
Hey, boss, have some whiskey. It'll take the edge off.
Yeah.
They kind of like gives you a look, Katsuo, but he'll take the whiskey. And yeah, I think we've been here for another hour, so it's like 8 minutes to come back at 40 past 22 to the top of the hour, and then we'll kind of like wrap up our time in the gallery, and then we'll get you out and we'll do XP and we'll do some like breathing for sure. So yeah, let's come back in 8 minutes. What's this? BRB. All right. So I think basically your job in the gallery is pretty much done. I think we probably just get like probably like a montage of Day and Jesse talking over how to like take over as a benefactor. It's probably get shots of like that painting. If there's any questions about like that painting or anything that's happening in the gallery, like I think Jesse's now at a point where they can explain anything else that's happened. So if there's like any scenes you want to do in this gallery before you kind of like jump out of the mission, but I think pretty much everything's all wrapped up. Was there anything else? Okay.
Hoyt will definitely take the pistol of the SQUID-MEN. You know, rub the goo of it and drop it in her purse.
Ooh, how does that translate to? No, it'll be fine. It'll translate to XP. I think is what's gonna happen. Yeah. What about Katsuo or Snooker? Was there anything else you wanted to like find out in this gallery?
Yeah, I wanted to give the picture a dirty look. Or maybe try to figure out what was going on with that, and if it's still going on.
Yeah, I think actually like Jesse probably takes you to like help secure that painting. And they kind of explain what's kind of happening as they hand you some shades to wear.
Oh, neat. Shades. Great idea. I will add that to my items.
Yeah.
Shades. I will keep them.
And think Jesse, who's already wearing glasses, and I just threw this in because I found some shades, so I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is the effect they're going for. When they got two glasses on, they're kind of like, yeah, so that's one of our undesirable kind of, well, not undesirable. I mean, it's a nice painting, but when you look, the further you look into it, the more it kind of like draws you in. I normally keep it locked in the basements, but when the new benefactor came in, they wanted it out in the open, and I wasn't sure why until look out there, and they point out to a window, and you see, you know how I mentioned like this is an early evening, but there's like this star, or there's like this bright kind of like almost like sunlight. I'm gonna take these off. Whoops, took off both my glasses. Yeah, they kind of point to that and say like, yeah, there's this tunnel thing that the gallery's been drifting towards, and you know what's gonna happen, and when we get there, but it's kind of like, you know what a glitch is, right?
Yeah, I know what the glitch is.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird glitch happening around that tunnel. It just kind of starts projecting stuff, and
interesting.
And I think you said like that painting's been popping up on your side, right?
Yeah, people have started to paint it.
Yeah, you might want to secure those paintings then, because it might have the same effect. I think that, I don't know what the Squid were planning, but they ordered that painting out. And I think because of the effect of the tunnel, it was starting to project that into your world. And like I said, whoever looks in that painting, they just, you couldn't stop.
Yeah.
It was hard to look away from it, right?
Yeah, it was. I felt it myself. Do we know what these SQUID people want?
I don't speak their language. There might be people who can. They're not the only. Well, you and me are not the only folks here in this dreamscape. But no, I mean they spoke to they could speak to the gallery. I don't know how they figured that out, but the thing is, I don't know. Maybe either you need to speak to them in their language to figure out, or maybe they can understand us and they just don't care. I don't know.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'll keep that in mind. We'll see each other again, I guess.
Oh, but we will?
Oh, there's a gallery, and I told you that we'd come back to look at it. You said that should happen, right? So I guess I will.
Yeah, well, I kind of thought, like, like the guy, you come in, take over the gallery, will be open for anyone. I didn't think I mean, I wouldn't say no to it. If you want to stop by again.
I mean, it's a neat place. Friendly people. And I give him a wink.
Yeah, I think roll a 2. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Your heart rate's bad enough as it is.
I'm not rolling in a conflict either.
No, there's no conflict here. What's the conflict?
Hey, there is a conflict. I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend.
I forgot about that. Yes, yeah, but I think they will like start blushing about that and just kind of like look at their feet as we like, secure this painting, kind of pull a tarp over it.
Yeah, and after that, I walk up to Agent Hoyt and I say, "He's so cute. They're so cute."
I don't know. Are they?
Don't you? Don't you
And
think?
well, I have an what's it called? If you're not married but you have a
Fiance?
fiance. I have a fiance. I don't see cute boys.
Well, I have a boyfriend, and I still see cute boys.
I think Hoyt blushes, and she asks Jesse, "Do you know what the painter is called? The name of the painter of this picture of the painting?"
Oh,
Hmm.
good question.
I think they kind of give it a look and said, no, but I can dig that up for sure. I think I can figure that out. I can probably send a message. That your friend there, Agent Day, he's withering on about tours and apparati. I'm not sure, but yeah, I can look into it for sure.
Oh, thank you.
I think they smile because they like being useful. Um, yeah. So what about Snooker? Is there anything else you want to do in this gallery?
Well, I think Snooker has two things on his mind. One is finishing off this whiskey, and second thing, searching the squid's suit for anything in the pockets.
Hmm. Looty loot.
Yeah. I think this is. I'm trying to see if this stat block has any like stuff on them. I might have to roll on the table. Give me a second. No, those are stats. Activating glitches, hazards, flesh slaves. What are those? What are those? Side effects. I
If
think.
it's by Annie Allen, then there must be a loot table. I search the body or something.
Yeah, I feel like there
Kill a
should
monster,
be.
seal its treasure is our refrain, you know.
Yeah, I feel like there should be. Why isn't there? Hold on. Hold on. Let me look at the. Nope, those are not it. Okay. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it feels like there should be a table. There's a picture of a squid man holding a gun. It's pretty neat. Yeah, I don't know if there's any loot no, I don't. Yeah, this isn't like, because the thing is, you have to go into the waking world, so it's not exactly treasure, but you can find info. I would say that, which is, yeah, it's weird. Like, I know it's arguing, but there's no loot to be had. Roll me a d6. You see what's on this person's effects.
I got a 6.
Oh, okay. So that means I will have to roll on another table, because the other stuff will be like just cool shit that they have, but the 6 is a roll on another table. Let me find that. Nope, that's interference again. Don't worry, you're not gonna get interference. Nope, that's horrible wounds. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna roll on this d20. Okay. I think you find on it like a trying to think, how would the squid men like keep their info, because they're squids. I think, oh, okay. You find that there's not any, like, you wish there was like fantastical stuff, because like vaguely you probably heard in like some reports that some maybe squid men had like death rays or something like that, but no. I think what you find is like a commonplace book inside. It's like slathered with like fluid and whatnot, but the pages have dried enough that you can look through it and you can see like these are notes, but these aren't notes, but you can tell these are notes made by like some human, like sort of by human hands, and it's notes from an agent. Actually, no, they're not called agent. They're called a madame. Madame, and the name is kind of like blotted out for the moment. And you see like their notes, their memorandi, their memos, coming from what seems to be like, yeah, human intelligence. And the memos are stamped to a LIDDEL Institute. And from what you can get from the notes, and you probably need like to take us back to like base to like parse it out, but from what you can tell is this is like another faction in the dreamscape, but this is a faction that's on your side, not on your side, but like on your layer. There's another human agency looking into this place. And I think there's a point where like Day looks over your shoulder and says, "What you got there, Agent Snooker?"
Looks like one of our competitors has been, well, either here already and sadly ineffective, or in cahoots. I don't know.
Well, depends on the competitor, I guess. There are probably some folks who'd be willing to work with, you know, and they kind of like poke a toe towards the squid man. Well, if you think they're in cahoots, that's not great for us. But
Well, I don't know, Agent Day. I'm just probably something for the boffins to rake through when we get home.
yes, exactly. You've done a hell of a job, Snooker. They clapped you in the back, in the shoulder, and you where you got shot. It's like hell of a shot you took there, Snooker. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd
right
see-
there, sir. Right there.
Oh. Yeah. They could stop and like, right. Well, I'll make sure all of you get a commendation when we get back for your first like proper sojourn into the dreamscape. You and your folks, they kind of look around. Did quite well. You did the agency a great service. $1 million smile. Okay. Is there anything else? I think if nothing else, I think you'll be extracted. Oh, sorry, to meet their horse. Was there anything else you wanted to do in the gallery before?
No, my question is, the 6 tokens, do they stay or are they expended now?
They're gone now. Like they
Oh, okay,
they
cool.
start up again once you start a new mission. So I should delete them. Actually, 7 tokens. Jesus.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh yeah, once you start busting out control for a lot of things, they rack up. Yeah, you even get to the even more fun ones, which is like, oh, if you hit this effect, roll on another table. What faction's gonna come in? Ugh. Yeah. So before we get to like, you know, doing any scenes in the waking world, let's do XP. So on the player materials in the back, you'll find gaining experience. When you leave the mission, you'll receive a number of experience points. And this is true for everyone. Everyone has the same procedure. So when you leave the mission, you receive a number of experience points. You receive 1 experience point for each of the following. For each new entity of significance discovered in the dreamscape. I'm going to say that's probably 2. 1 is Jesse, the quote-unquote tour guide of the gallery. And 2 is the squid people of the IB. That's SQUID-MEN for sure. So it's 2. For each new area of interest.
What about these?
Oh, go ahead.
What about these clockwork people? Is that an entity?
Oh, no. They're minions of the SQUID-MEN.
Okay.
I should have explained that. Yeah, they were under their control. So like once you kind of took care of them, of the one in the benefactor, they kind of like shut off. And Jesse's like, "Yay, we can get actual people back here now instead of these things." Although who knows, they might keep them around for extra security. Yeah, so that's 2 XP for that. The next bullet point is for each new area of interest discovered in the dreamscape. Let's see, the gallery is already kind of discovered, but that tunnel that Jesse pointed out, I think that will count. So that's a that's a 1 XP for that. For each piece of useful information discovered about the dreamscape during the mission, which there is a lot. The SQUID-MEN will be one, like their existence. The LIDDEL Institute, their interest, that'll be another. That tunnel that's projecting, that can project things apparently, that's 3. And the painting, what it can do, which is a mesmer effect. That's a 4th one. I think those seem to be like the big ones, the most useful ones anyway. So that's another 4 XP. You receive 3 experience points for each of the following. For each mission objective successfully completed, you had 2, which is let me look at escort Agent Day to the gallery and ensure their success, which you did by killing the SQUID-MEN. So that's a 6 XP again. Jesus, a lot. And for each useful resource secured within the dreamscape. I think one of them is the gallery. And yeah, I think the stuff you looted from the SQUID-MEN will count as like its own, which includes the gun and the commonplace book. So that's another 6. So that's a lot of XP. So 6, 12.
Should be 18 by my count.
What is that? 19, I think. Or 18.
I have 19 as well.
Okay, then I've miscalculated.
Yeah. So yeah, 19. So that means when your experience reaches 10, you raise your clearance level to 2nd, and you raise it to 3rd at 20 XP. So you were 1 off. But yeah, so when you raise your clearance level, you gain the following benefits, and we'll do them one by one once everyone's gonna enter their XP. All right, 19. Okay, so first is you get 1d6 more HP. Your as in total HP, not just like what you have here. So so once you're out of the dreamscape, everyone goes back up to their limit, which means Agent Snooker, because I don't think anyone else took damage here. To just erase that damage taken. So let's go one by one, because I know if everyone tries to do the same thing with roll for party, it freaks out. So let's go left to right in the character keeper. So Snooker, why don't you roll a d6?
So 4.
4. Okay, so add that to your total. Jesus, you tank.
Total 15 now, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. So Hoyt, why don't you roll d6?
That's a 5.
5. All right, so yeah, add that to your total.
At a 2. So,
Oh,
oh well. Shouldn't get messed up with a lot of fights, but that's okay.
yeah. Each of you improves your 2 hit chances by 1 each. So all of your 2 hit chances go up by 1, which is fairly useful. Yeah. So, and after that, you improve your saves by 1 each. So all of them go up by 1.
What about the defense? Does it go down?
Yes, that's what it means. Yeah, it's a bit counterintuitive, but yeah, your defense means it goes down, which means that like it's easy. Yeah, it's easier to defend.
And the saves go down as well, right?
The saves. Oh yeah. So you improve your saves by 1. So they all go down by 1 technically. Yes. Okay. Once that's sorted, you increase 1 of intelligence, will, or charisma by 1. So
I'll increase my will. I've used that the most.
I increase my charisma. Trying to be more charming.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's one here which kind of make me realize, did we mess up rolling to, do we have to roll to contact control? Because we've just been doing it. Because one of these is like your bonus when rolling to contact control increases by 1. I think what that means, we might have messed up how to rolling to contact control. But honestly, I'm having more fun when we just do it, because it just increases the token. I think what it'll do is like whatever
The
benefit.
tokens,
Yeah, it's a bit more fun when you just do it, Yeah, I'll look into that, what that means, because the last one is your bonus going to contact control. Actually, that's the logistics. Oh, sorry. Well, there is a difference for each agent. For the logistics, your bonus to contact control increased by 1. For the security agent, you can follow through in combat an additional time per round. So your follow through technique increases, or at least gets more effective. Oh yeah, when you drop an enemy
when I
combat,
drop one to 0 HP, I can make an additional attack.
So now you can make 2.
Yeah.
So note that down underneath, because like that's a fee lookup thing. You can't edit that. So and let's see.
Well, actually, the description says times per your level. So yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. For the tech support, you gain an additional repair slot. So yeah, times per your level. So you now have 2 repair slots. I'm gonna look into this contact and control thing, because I do want to give you a bonus contact stuff, but not make you have to roll to contact them. So I'll look into that in between now and then. But I think the mission is complete, and you're kind of like, you've been released from the waking world. I think you're back to the waking world. You're back in the Morpheus agency, and I think there is like Agent Turner. You're the person who did your briefings there. She looked like she had like 5 different no, she looks really stressed, but I think she's really happy to like see that all of you are like, oh my god, you did really well. You gotta notice like Agent Bubble is like in recuperation. I'll probably talk to Pearl about like what sort of stuff happened in between stepping into that painting and being dragged out. But well done, mission complete. I guess I'll ask each of you to kind of like, because XP took longer than I thought, and I think we just have some time right before our time up. So I think I'm just gonna ask each of you to like frame or like tell me what does it look like for each of your agents as they kind of decompress from a mission, or at least since this is their first time. Do they talk to anyone? Do they just chill out? Do they talk to each other? What do we see?
I think that Hoyt would invite Snooker and KATSUO to go to a bar to have a whiskey.
Sounds good.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah, sounds good.
And I imagine it's a little bit like in The Wire, that there's this one pub around the corner where all the agents go. And that after the first, it's Hoyt's first mission. So her cherry got popped, so to speak. And there must be some kind of, I don't know, some kind of
wake
ritual where, I don't know.
Exactly.
Obviously, she has to pay the rounds.
Of course, mine's a double Middleton, by the way.
And then we can talk about whatever, fiancés or something.
What do folks talk about? Like, you don't really have to like play out the exact conversation if you don't want to, but like what do like each of you at least bring up about what you just went through?
I think we'll have to pick up all these paintings, but KATSUO mentioned that he would really like one of these because they would really look fancy in his living room.
So let me get this straight. Like there was real painters in this world painting stuff based on this freaky thing in the dream world.
Yeah.
And you're not afraid that there's going to be some kind of feedback thing going on.
I mean,
You secretly wish there's a feedback thing going on, right?
I'm secretly wish there was a feedback thing going on. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I didn't join this agency for the money. Joined it for the weird stuff.
What the amazing government paycheck isn't really floating your boat, huh?
Nah, that's not. That's not. I had better offers actually, but well, it's what it is now.
So why did you sign up?
Only for the weird stuff. I mean, going into dreamscapes, that kind of, yeah, it's kind of amazing.
But don't you want to protect the civilians?
Sure, I guess. Well, that's not. Go ahead.
I mean,
Snooker?
I don't even say that kind of square stuff, Hoyt. I mean, I guess that's what we tell ourselves, but that's not why anyone really gets into this line of business.
That's why you're in the business.
I'm not good for much else, you know. Or were you talking to Hoyt?
Yeah, well.
But I mean, if we are the last line, we are the blue line. If we are not here, then who knows what would happen?
Sure, but like, it's not like there's plenty of people who can do this job. If you walked out the door and became a science teacher in the local high school, like the Morphean Institute would not fall apart.
It's not like we have superpowers or anything.
I mean, I can take a bullet like no one else.
Okay, this is a superpower, really.
No, it's just being dumb enough to get in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I appreciate that, actually. I mean, not, yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Did you appreciate it? Yeah. Like we were going to die either way, right? So it's no big.
I think you get like there's like a report on the TV. It's like, strange paintings have been confiscated. They've been bought or confiscated or like been bought out by some mystery buyer. Which I think Agent Turner mentioned. Like, yeah, we'll take care of that. Or Agent Dave, it's like, yeah, no, we'll take care of that. So I think you just get like a report. Because bars in stories, they never report any meaningless stuff. Only stuff that matters to you. Next to you. Why else would they report that?
Somehow in a bar we can always hear what's going on the TV. It's not like, what was that?
And everybody's quiet for the really, really interesting reports, right?
I think Hoyt would actually say, hey, turn this up, that's us.
You remember that confidentiality thing, right?
Well, I assume I say that to the other agents, obviously.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure not everyone in this bar works. Works
who knows?
The agency, but
who knows? Maybe.
Go ahead.
Maybe we could. I don't think we can go into anybody's dream and erase stuff there, right?
I mean, you're the technical wizard, right?
KATSUO, right? Yeah. Well, I have. So the institute isn't. I mean, the institute isn't new, but the whole thing with brain science, neurology, and stuff like that. There is a lot of stuff that we don't know and that the institute doesn't know, and a lot of tech that is new. So I remain open to all possibilities. to protect people, of course.
Sure.
That sounds like a good place to wrap up, unless Agent Hoyt, was there anything else you want to add?
You still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. I have a slideshow going on.
Oh.
My internet is really slow.
Oh
Oh
boy.
no.
Yeah, we probably should wrap up then. Before
Mhm.
before it turns to a slideshow and it's just, you know, you have to rig some sort of primitive movie camera to like get things moving. Yeah, but that sounds like a good place to like end this bar scene, unless there's anything else folks want to get in. Yeah, okay. So that's our second session of Deep Morphean transmissions. Hope folks had fun. Because I definitely did. I got to roll 2 d20s. That's ridiculous. That's my biggest enjoyment. That's my biggest takeaway from today. All right, we're gonna stop this
The squid in
recording.
the suit shot, you know, someone with a revolver. It was exciting. You know?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop this recording. Thanks very much for anyone who's watched. Link down below if you want to check out Deep Morphean transmissions and anything else. But yeah, have a good day, YouTube.